Over the last few years here at St Luke's, we've been seeing a considerable amount of young families with children that have been needing support. I'm able to support and talk to children on their level and their understanding, taking them through their journey and supporting them through the medical side, not only the emotional side. My nursing background gives me the tools to be able to explain in children's terms what's happening to their loved one, and as they decline at the end of their life, I'm able to talk through the process and be there by the side of the children and the family to support them. When I spend time with a child, whether it's at home, at the hospital or here at Town Chapel, it's always through arts and crafts. I've made sun catchers, wind chimes, decorated pots and planted sunflowers. And one of the really positive things that children love doing is making memory jars. I visit children and their families at home. I've also been up to Derriford Hospital and supported families with their children up there. And then when the time comes that they need to be in a hospice environment or they need more support at home, then the children and the family have already got a really, really good relationship with me, so I can support them then through the rest of the journey. One of the things that I always have conversations with children is the way that their parent looks, because as they get weaker they lose weight. With some cancers, colour change of the skin can be quite apparent, eye colour changing, which can be quite distressing for a child. One day they could come in and visit and dad would be, or mum would be, looking normal, and the next day they might come in and they could have very yellowing of the skin and eyes, and that can be quite distressing. So by preparing that child and talking to them about what they're going to see when they go into that room to visit dad or mum, then they can be prepared and go in without being shocked and scared about what they're going to see. The reaction of children with a parent or a loved one with a terminal illness can range. A 4-year-old maybe being more clingy to the parent that is well and looking after them, becoming very emotional, maybe withdrawn, and maybe acting out and behaviour changing because they don't really understand what's going on. Teenagers tend to talk to their friends, maybe at times get angry because they don't know how to deal with the emotion and what's happening within their family. And it's about supporting the need of every individual child, age appropriately. Patches Activities book was put together for children to complete by themselves with a sibling or a family member to help them feel more comfortable spending time here at Town Chapel. Also for them to learn about St Luke's. It's got some really, really interesting activities. It's about creating memories as a family and something that they can all do together. It's got a lovely story at the end of the book about Patches and his friends and about memory making. Here at Town Chapel, we have tried to make it as welcoming for families and children, because coming into a hospice environment can be really daunting. So by having a playroom that children can come in and spend time and play and forget actually what's going on in the hospice bed. And also we've got a new Patches trail that the children can actually do with the family member or actually the parent that's here at the hospice. They can go out in a wheelchair and have fun and do the trail together as a family, and that can be really positive for the children because it's spending time but it's also having fun. It doesn't all need to be sad.